We are back, 171 pounds, and this very well may decide tonight's contest. Jack Kapanka of Nazareth, a senior, 11-7 on the year, against Mike Manning, a junior, 8-5-2 on the year. Nazareth leads by 10. They are underdogs at 189 and heavyweight.
Very simple mathematics tells you that if Nazareth wins this, they're up by 13. You can only get 6 points a match. Even with falls in the last 2 weights, they'd win by 1. Jack Kapanka right on the firing line. Maybe more accurately, Mike Manning right on the firing line.
Kapanka has Manning in trouble, has the takedown, and back point.
He could get a fall here. He's got it very, very tight. He steps over, now takes the half Nelson. They're on the line, I believe.
He's trying to work him back onto the mat.
They'll go out of bounds. He's going to get a 5-point play. Jack Kapanka playing a hero's role here.
Nazareth fans realize that any win here by a Blue Eagle is a Nazareth team victory.
Ray said that if he only needed one match of the last 3, he'd prefer McIntyre Manning. He couldn't do that with Manning staying at 171. Well aware that Manning Kapanka is a good matchup. Greenock McIntyre would be a good matchup. He could well lose all 3 of the final weights with the matchup that existed. Don Rohn put him in this position. But Jack Kapanka thoroughly dominating now. Mike Manning's got to get himself together.
Inside of 30 seconds, 5-0. Kapanka with a 5-point move. And he'll go off the mat, back into the center. Kevin Smith and Mike Greenock on deck for Northampton, 2 outstanding wrestlers. But they cannot get 13 points no matter how good they are. And that's what Nazareth would lead by if they got a decision here.
There's the cradle by Kapanka with 10 seconds to go. He's got to get his leg kicked out of there to get some exposure points. Doesn't get him over far enough. He's cranking and cranking. 4 seconds to go. Still no. One. No, just 1 count. Just 1 count. No back points. No back points.
Kapanka leads 5-0. They did not get back points.
1.5 counts, I believe.
That's about what they had. As his hand was heading up on the second, the horn went off.
Mike Manning trying to work a little more physically from the top here, working a front headlock. Bob Welty looking for an illegal front headlock under there. You saw him crawl there. Same barrel roll that Kapanka worked before for a 5-pointer. Now just takes 2. Mike Manning saw it coming. He now trails 7-0.
They'll come back to the center. You will hear a huge cheer go up from the side of the gymnasium that we are on. If this score holds up, you'll hear it now. Escape by Manning. He trails 7-1.
You have to remember, Gary, we're dealing with guys that weigh 171 pounds. If Mike Manning catches Jack Kapanka on his back, it could be real trouble. That's an awful lot of weight to have on top of you. Mike Manning, certainly well built.
Sound like a guy who remembers Loyal Ricks.
We'll talk about Loyal Ricks when we get to heavyweight.
We mention it now only because Loyal Ricks last week caught Mike Greenock and pinned him in a split second. In a highly unexpected turn of events. But Northampton had already clinched. Off the mat they go. Coming right down on his forehead was Jack Kapanka. A little bit shaken up by that.
He looks like the Jim Brown of wrestling. He's slow to come back. He's slow to get up. He watches his feet when he walks back onto the mat, but he's in complete control here. 7-1. Backing off. No, we got blocking inside by Jack Kapanka. Maybe the best thing that could happen to him. It'll force him to wrestle a little bit, force him to go to the legs where he should be in the first place, stay away from upper body, get down below. I think a stall call is good for Jack Kapanka in this case.
And now the Northampton fans will call for another one. Stalemate. And the Nazareth fans thought that Bob Welty saw the wrong guy stalling.
No doubt which side of the gym we are on. And inevitably, as soon as a wrestler sprawls and avoids a takedown, he's called for stalling. The wrestler is allowed to defend himself. Now Manning using a nice butt drag attempt. He could pick up a takedown here if he just posts the arm of Kapanka. Kapanka now works back into the barrel roll.
5 seconds, they'll go stalemate. It appears as if the second period will end 7-1, Kapanka. That's it, 7-1, Kapanka. Nazareth now 2 minutes away from a win over Northampton. On the bottom goes Mike Manning. He knows the mathematics as well as anybody else. He's got his work cut out for him. Kapanka looks either injured or tired. And now he's having some stomach problems. And Scott Barr, how interesting things get all of a sudden. The injury clock will start.
I don't think he'll default here, but you've got to figure he's sick or hurting or something. It's got to affect his wrestling when we come back onto the mat.
2 minutes to go. Again, Nazareth, any kind of victory here will create a Nazareth win, no matter what Northampton does at 189 or heavyweight. A draw here.
Let's not talk about it.
Gives Northampton a shot. And if you're wondering why we constantly are looking to the sky, we're not looking for religious help. That's where the scoreboard is for the team score.
I'm looking for religious help. This match has been so impossible top to bottom. One of Northampton's top wrestlers, one of the premier wrestlers in the state, gets decked. Where Nazareth should score, by anybody's prediction, should score 20 points and score 15. It just has not gone like it should.
I think you might have an easier night of it on Thursday. We do have Northampton Liberty coming your way on Thursday night. Let's Go Jack rings from our side of the gym. Final 2 minutes. This match, by the way, will be rebroadcast when, Rick? Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
There's a warning for stalling against Mike Manning as Jack Kapanka locks up a far cradle. Trying to crank it back. This is the same one he tried to use before. Kapanka blocking inside very nicely. Boy, he's tough to turn. There he goes now. Back points are being awarded. 4, 5 counted by Bob Welty. The shoulder's still well in the air. Now it's closer. Kapanka using the knee. Manning in serious trouble. Bob Welty has a good view. Apparently Manning's shoulder is still well in the air. Yes, it is. He'll get 3 and lead 10-1.
The escape. And now Manning comes out like a house on fire. Off the mat they go. 10-2 is the score. That's a major decision. For the Blue Eagles, it doesn't have to be major. It just has to be a decision.
More injury time for Jack Kapanka. Maybe he's got the flu. I know there's an awful lot of sickness going around. When I officiated on Wednesday night at Nazareth, there were a couple of kids sick and a couple of others just not feeling too darn well. So there's something going around the Nazareth wrestling room.
Ray Nunemaker not taking any chances. Doing the Alibaba with the towel. Getting some air, cool air on the face of Jack Kapanka. Ray still gets down on that and mixes it up in practice. Although I think he goes with the lighter weights now.
Well, he's got a black eye there if we can get a real close-up of Ray.
That towel method, I think I'll keep in mind, because Bob sometimes loses his wind, and I think I'll carry a towel with me from now on. So Mike Manning now comes out with new intensity.
He's got to get the big one. He's got to go for it all. There's no such thing as an 8-point move in wrestling. He needs a fall. He needs a lateral drop or a single arm throw or something big and crazy. A headlock, anything to get Jack Kapanka in trouble.
Off the mat they go, back to the center. Kapanka is hurting, but he has 21 seconds and he will become the hero for the Blue Eagles.
If he gets in and locks up on a leg, it's all over. He's crawling in, crawling in. Manning trying to lock up a quarter Nelson. That's a good move to use, but Kapanka will have no part of it. Under 10 seconds now.
You'll listen to the roar. Jack Kapanka with a 10-2 major decision as the Blue Eagles go up by 14, 28 to 14, and a standing ovation